Welcome to the mirror.
Welcome back.
What's poppin', twin?
Not a damn thing, honey. Not a damn thing.
It's,
Okay, I
it's
do a
fine.
serious note on a serious note, guys. And this is no jokes
Uh,
aside. I do want to send my condolences to the family in Louisiana that has been affected and lost those 8 babies.
and that
Prayers
is
up.
crazy. And
Prayers
and that
up.
is piggybacking off our previous episode. We just went over this, guys, and this is like still
Yeah.
happening. So we are literally talking about stuff is unfolding in front of our eyes. Like, why is this stuff is happening? I
Yeah.
know it's
My heart's
there's
broken. I read that the mothers are surviving. And, as a mother, I wouldn't want to wake up and my baby's not be here. You know what I'm saying? That's just,
of
whew,
course
God,
not.
I got cold chills.
Of
But
course not.
prayers
That's
up to
crazy.
those families. My heart is with you guys and my thoughts and my
Definitely,
prayers. And
definitely.
may the Lord deliver you strength because, whew, I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, just much love and
Devastating.
just coverage over the entire situation.
Yes, yes,
A
yes.
blanket of love because this is something that you can't take lightly, but it's so common now. So
It
with
is.
that
But
being said,
damn it.
guys, just again, welcome to the mirror, and
Yeah.
hope you guys had an amazing week or you know circumstances, whatever that looks like for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is just crazy.
I mean, it is
It's just
crazy. And, I'm sorry to kick it off on such a morbid, on such a morbid topic, but I
but you
just
have
definitely
to.
wanted to give my condolences, to everybody affected, every single
Right,
person
right.
affected, because my God, prayers to the whole, state of Louisiana, because that's a tragedy, definitely a tragedy. But it is what it is. In other news, gas prices look to be going down. I don't know if that's happening in your area, but here we're going down
I
just
don't
a
be
tiny,
look,
tiny bit.
listen. You know, I'm really oblivious to a lot of
I
shit.
know
You
you
know,
are.
so
What would you do without
every
me?
every call you.
No, twin. I said without me. What would you do without me?
I will call you because
If
that
you
means
didn't
if
fucking have me, you couldn't call me.
okay, well, I'm gonna call the kids.
Oh, well, I guess, yeah. You're going to fight me. Bottom line.
So I'm
Bottom,
trying
never
to
mind.
figure out where you're going,
Y'all
like
hear
what's
that?
going
I
on.
I can't escape. I'm never leaving.
What exactly are you saying? And
I'm
then the
never
kids ain't
leaving.
available. I'm going to call the parents. I'm going to call auntie. I'm going to call granny. I mean, so where was you going with that statement?
Okay. Okay. So what you're trying to say is this is life or death. I mean, we are in a tough death do us part. That's what you're trying to say.
All right. So basically, you're
Y'all hear
telling me
that,
that
right?
you and you're telling me that you got it. You understand it, right?
I get it. Signed,
Okay.
sealed,
All
delivered.
right. All right. Okay. Next question, please. But for real, like, what's going on, everybody? Like, I'm glad. Welcome back. So glad to be
Welcome
here
back.
and talk to you guys. So yeah, y'all listen to us, our random little fucking rants and shit, you know. So dude, it's so comfy and cozy here. Like this is amazing. This is
You're comfy and
amazing,
cozy.
amazing. Yeah, I'm just wishing so much love and clarity and growth and empowerment to
You
everyone.
are
You
feeling
know,
really
this
good.
I really am, and it's not just the edible. So I can't give it all the credit. So it's 50% me, 50% of the edible. Okay, but
For me,
but no,
it's
for real.
probably 75% incredible and 25% me. But no, for real, I'm happy. And it's so funny. Last week, like it was brought to my attention. I had a conversation with an old friend, and we were just kind of talking about life and how things are going. And it was just nice to tell him I am happy, happy.
Right.
I'm happy, and it feels so good to be able to say genuinely I am happy. Like a bitch just waking up with a smile on her face and shit. Like the
For
fuck?
no
Like I'm just
reason,
happy.
like for no reason. Doesn't it
For
just feel
no-
like just like And when you text me this morning, I was like, I'm on top of the world. You was like, okay, good morning to you too.
But I'm
I was
really
like, for
happy.
real.
Okay, so like my
Yeah.
best friend, we have this thing, I talk to her and you every morning. I have this whole routine when I get out of bed. Like
Right, right.
every morning, I have three text messages that I immediately send. And the first one is my mother-in-law, my ex-mother-in-law. She's still my mother-in-law. Shout out to you. I love you and will always love you. Because God blessed me with a horrible baby daddy, but a hell of a mother-in-law. But every morning she
Mhm.
texts me good morning, and no matter what happens, she's my first text in the morning. And then my second text is whichever one of your text messages is at first, whether it's you or my best friend, then it's you two. Good morning. And that's the way it goes. But my best friend, whenever I text her good morning, she'll call me and she got this whole thing. This bitch sings me good morning 3 times in a row. And I'm like, really, bitch? Like, I ain't even had my
and,
coffee yet.
and
You got
then
to
look,
give me a minute to breathe.
the dark side to that, if it's not even a group message, because it's yeah, it's
Yeah, them group messages, baby.
it's they wow that chat be popping
I'm telling you,
real quick early. Be
telling
like, hold
you,
on,
real early in the morning. It's like, everybody, calm down.
calm
Calm
down.
down. The fuck? No. But it's like a normal
Yeah,
morning routine. But I genuinely, like, I'm in a really good place. I'm happy. And I'm just happy. Fuck. Like, it feels
yeah,
nice. Baby, and the sun's been shining. It feels so good outside. And you know me with the
right.
weather. You know me with the weather and the music.
And the
I
weather,
just
the
be
wind,
cruising
everything. When
all
it
of it.
lines up, it just it just goes.
Perfection. Especially if there's an incredible involved. Perfection. I'm clocking it
I'm
with my
never.
finger,
I'm
y'all.
like,
Perfection. Clocking.
bro. Okay, you're done. You're done.
I'm not done. Hold on. I had to
There's
go
like,
on this whole rant with you, like on this till death do us part shit. And now I'm done?
okay, what's the moral of your story?
There's probably not one, but it's just the point. I had to point it out. I had to
Like,
point
no.
it out. I'll let you
Okay.
go on and on about how, bitch, I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna find you. I'm going down the list. I had to listen to all that, and you couldn't even listen to me anyway about
I
my
did.
whatever. Okay, well, we're
I
done. Moving
did, and
on.
I did. I
Moving
did.
on.
That's gonna be a new word.
Moving
I
on.
did, and I did.
See, you're just stupid. And do you know what you called me today? You want to talk about how much of a dumb bitch I am? You
What did I
remember that?
say? Was I there?
You remember?
Was I
No,
there?
you did that. You did that. It was an audio message.
Oh, so you want to go there? Don't. Oh, so you
Oh,
bringing in
so
personal?
baby, I got
Oh, bro, you
receipts.
bringing in personal shit on
I got
air?
receipts.
That's fucked.
I got receipts.
Okay.
And I even texted you back and said, well, really, I'm actually pretty fucking smart. So,
Mm,
mhm. It's all right.
I'm
I got you.
clocking. I'm
You
clocking back
clocking
at
now?
you. All right.
And I'm going to clock you
And
for real because I get to see you
no,
in like
I'm
2.5 seconds.
no, I'm throwing a clock at
2.5
you,
seconds.
bitch.
Fuck
That's the
you.
fuck I'm doing. You get hit
Fuck
with a
you.
clock.
Fuck
All
you.
right. So this is not. So how we gonna open up positive and then go into balance? You can't do that. Okay.
I can't do that.
Remember
We're
that, guys.
Capricorns. It's a Capricorn thing.
True story. We're so sweet and cuddly.
Oh, I'm just a girl.
I'm just a boy, just a baby.
He's just a baby.
But for real, like, okay, so check this shit out. I've been, we be dipping in and out of the news and all that. It's some
No, I be
retarded
dipping in the
ass
news.
shit. Well, I be dipping in gossip, so
That's what you do. Yeah, you be on the blogs.
like shit just be messy as fuck. And then looking at all the people's, their outrages and their opinions. I get
Well,
it,
what are they mad about
and
now?
the question is, what are they not mad about? It's just like it's just crazy shit. To me, it's crazy. To someone, to the person next door, it might not be crazy. To the person in front of you, it's probably like, and to the person to the other side of you, it's probably like, oh my god. But it's like everybody, y'all so invested into the wrong shit, which
Mm-hmm.
are failing to realize you are missing your opportunity to fucking reinvent yourself, know
Live your
yourself,
life.
understand yourself,
Mm-hmm.
and just be aware. It's like, okay, your opinion does matter,
It
but at the
does,
same time, you can't
but
go so
not to
hard
the.
on something. So
Mm-hmm.
keep your opinions at a like a fucking one sentence minimum. You can't go, but you can't argue with somebody who does not agree with your opinion. You know, it's like that's to me that's just dumb as fuck
Well, no,
because
that's actually frustrating, and I know people
it
like
really
that.
is. It really is for real. Like I can
And like
argue with
you
this
can't
wall.
have a conversation with them because they're like, you have to see it from my point of view, and it's my way or no
Yeah,
way. And I'm like, the
yeah.
fuck are you talking about? No,
It's
that is
draining and it's draining, and only a select
everybody is
few
entitled to
understand
their
that.
own opinions. Everybody is entitled to their own
Mhm.
opinions and their own thoughts on situations. And keyword, guys, my favorite word, communication.
And my favorite word
Communication
is, and mine is audacity.
is always the audacity, honey.
It gets me every time. It's like that.
Always the audacity.
Okay, you know what? Maybe I should start using it as a safe word. You know, when you see me getting revved up, it's gonna be like audacity, and it's I'm gonna shut down
That works.
because no, it.
It's
Oh,
always
so
the
you're gonna try
fucking
to use it
audacity.
because it's like
Always.
that's what deactivates me when I realize it's audacity involved. I go no further.
Oh my God. You just made me think of something.
Oh,
It's
I
totally off
did. Go,
topic because it always is.
go brain,
Squirrel,
go
squirrel.
brain, go
Yes.
brain, go brain.
Okay, so I had to go. I went to the doctor today and
Mm,
it was a great visit. Maybe that's why I'm so happy today. I had a really good doctor's appointment. So, anyway, and then I had to go pick up my medicine. So, I get to the store to pick up my
oh,
medicine.
so that's why you're happy because you got the medicine. But okay, moving
No,
on.
I'm
Got
happy because of the fucking incredible and because life is good right now. Okay, that's why I'm fucking happy. Anyway,
it.
it's besides the fucking point. I'm gonna forget if you don't shut up. So I go to the store today and I walk in, and whenever I was pulling in the parking lot, okay, you remember that girl that I said that worked with me that was really loud and she was real pick me and
Yes,
she
yes,
really
yes.
annoyed the fuck out of me. So I saw her at the
Hmm,
store
hmm.
today. And
How did
this
that
is
go?
how y'all know I'm a bitch. I am a straight fucking bitch. She walked in front of me the whole time, her and her child. We get in line together. She's in front of me at the pharmacy. Honey, we made eye contact and everything. I don't know what the fuck made you think I was going to speak. Come again? Anyway.
Okay, so this is
So,
where audacity comes in. Okay, I got it. I see where you're going. Go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah.
Drive the bus, twin. Drive
So,
the motherfucking
anyway,
bus.
so we're standing there the whole time. She knows who I am. I know who she is. You know what I'm saying? You see me, I see you. Yeah, it's all good. Ain't neither one of us
Oh,
got
we
to
see
speak
each
because,
other.
yeah, we see each other. We both sitting here like what? No conversation, no words, no nothing. So the funny part is she been a no call, no show at work, and then I run into her at the store. That was the key moment. So anyway,
Hmm.
that goes on. And then I make a left to go back down the aisle to leave the store because I only had to go in the pharmacy. And I'm coming down, and this other lady that I used to work with, she's walking up the aisle. And you know how when somebody gives you facial recognition, like they know you and like they're almost surprised to see you and they want to talk to you?
Yep, yep.
Honey, my bitch face immediately clocked in. Don't speak to me. It would be the audacity for you to open your mouth and speak to me. Because, honey, I know
Not
everything
today.
you said about me. Everything you said about me. I wish you would talk to me. She knew better.
Hmm,
So neither one of them had the audacity. Made me feel pretty fucking
hmm.
good. Yeah, I'm the mean twin, if you didn't realize it. So that's what I mean by the
She's a mean one.
audacity.
She's a mean one, and I'm the evil one. I'm
Pretty
gonna take it too
much.
far. I'm gonna take it too far because,
Oh, I don't know, twin.
uh, yeah.
We
But
talked about it
together,
before. Everything is,
it's crazy.
circumstantial.
Yeah.
And some actions deserve the correct reaction, and some do not. But,
And
that's
they
besides the point. We're supposed to be talking balancing and harmonizing and energies
and that goes
and good
into it. So
vibes.
a balance is like if I'm in balance, then I gotta balance that shit. So what's gonna happen is this is part of it. It's a process. You know, you walk it, you talk it, you do it,
You live it.
and you know you try to figure it out the best you can. You know, not every day is peaches and cream.
Fuck no.
You know, shit just be happening,
Hmm.
especially emotionally wise. I mean, I think the difficulty of a lot of people that it's they're afraid to there's a certain percentage that actually says out loud, but sometimes that comes off as wild and crazy or whatever, but because that's not thought through, so even within those moments, like, recognize the situation that you're approaching and making sure that you are aware of how you're going to handle it, even if it's something crazy, upsetting, sad, happy. I mean, you got different ways of expressing emotions. I mean, we'll just go with happy. So we'll turn the thing light, you know. So we'll go with the happy emotion. You got some people who celebrate, taking shots. You got somebody else that celebrates just start throwing that shit in the circle. You got someone else who celebrates their version might be I want to go jump off the fucking cliff and whatever. So, but even in those instances, everyone is still being judged within that, and they still are misinterpreting, which causes confusion, which goes into communication, which goes into feelings, which goes into understanding one another, which goes into opinions. Which there's so many rabbit holes that go. The rabbit hole has a fucking rabbit hole.
I feel like you just went on a rabbit hole. Are you back?
I did.
You
Well, I
did.
just
I
found
was
another
I was
one,
letting
but
you
I'm not
go.
going to mention. But this one has glitter, but I'm not going to say nothing. No,
I
I'm
don't
keeping
like
it to myself.
glitter.
Well, you're not going in there. I'm not going to tell you about it. I'm
I don't
closing
want to
it. Go
go.
that way then, bitch. Go that way. But bitch, you're not invited anyway. What the fuck? Gone. The fuck?
I love fucking with you. It's one of my favorite things in the whole wide world.
No, I don't like this because you be triggering me on here, bro. Like you be knowing what the fuck you be doing, and then even in that moment, I have to realize it's a trap, and I still fall for it. I still
You
go
trapped
for
me.
it.
You trapped me with punch last week.
I forget about that,
The fuck?
bro.
Twin. This is chess, not checkers. Okay?
you you a petty. You know what? I hate Capricorns.
I'm telling you.
Dumb
That
motherfuckers. Like shit. You just don't stop. You just shut your stupid ass up. You just keep going. Damn, bitch, be
no.
happy. The
I
fuck.
am. We already talked about that.
No,
Hello.
well, you're not showcasing it.
No, I understand what you mean. It's
Yeah,
balancing your emotions, and everybody expresses their emotions, in different way, shape, form, whatever. I
yeah,
sympathize with that, and I do completely understand that. In our version, like my version of happy, that might not look the same as your version of happy, or
right, right.
somebody else's version of happy, or whatever. I completely understand that, and you know, to go back to what we initially started talking about with, the whole you got an opinion about everything. People are out here, you got
Mhm.
opinion about what fucking I don't know, Cardi's doing on tour, and you got an opinion about Lotto's baby, and everybody got an opinion about this, and you got an opinion about that. But meantime, why aren't you self-reflecting on yourself? And I'm just putting it out there, I'm not the poster child of self-reflection. I'm not the poster child of
Right.
healing. I'm not those things. But
Absolutely,
you have to
absolutely.
stop absorbing yourself in other people's business, especially when your house is dirty.
Right. I was just, oh my god, I was just about to say some shit. I was like, this. I be look. It's always the comments and stuff, So
Mm-hmm.
you know us. I like to, peel back the layers. I'll be like, okay, so this person said this, and then you find, a group of people who are actually going back and forth with each other. That like especially when it
Yeah.
involves celebrities like like I know them personally. Like, nah, she would never
Um,
do that. And then
and
this
we talked
person, da
about
da
that.
da
That
da.
is
Da.
a pet peeve of
Yeah,
ours.
yeah, yeah. Then you go look at somebody, be like, bitch, your wig is on backwards. The fuck are
But
you
dude,
even in
it's
here?
right. Well, it's not even so much just about like celebrities. I mean, you have it going on in your day to day life,
Everything,
like with family
everything.
and
Yeah, everything.
everybody else. Who the fuck am I to talk about you and what you got going on in your life whenever I'm over here cleaning my windows? You feel what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
struggling and your shits fell apart. It's like,
And I'm
but
not
then
going to be the one to sit here and be like, oh, I'm better than you because I'm on this journey. No, that's not me. But ideally, guys, what we want to do is if you're in a spot where you're mentally struggling or you're in a spot where you're not comfortable with who you are and you know you're trying to reach for these things and you want to be these things, it's really important to start with yourself and digging deep inside of yourself and figuring out what it is that you want, what makes you happy, what makes Kayla feel good, what makes
Mhm.
her want to jump from the Raptors and sing, which that's never going to fucking happen, but you get the gist of it.
Yeah, yeah.
You have to look inward. And I am a strong believer in looking inward. Me and my best friend had a conversation this morning about looking inward. Me being who I am and my belief system and where I'm at right now in my life. Guys, I've mentioned it several times. I'm choosing a life of celibacy, and in that's because whenever I open myself up again to love, I'm in love with who I am first. And I believe that you have to be in love with who you are first before you can outpour that to somebody else. And that's in
For
any
sure, for sure,
situation. That's in
for
a
sure.
friendship. That's in, a relationship. That's even with like not necessarily your children, but any type of outward relationship that you're wanting to give, you first have to make sure you're good with you. You have to be able to set with yourself. I am very fucking self-aware.
For
And
sure, for
and
sure.
I think I'm so self-aware. We talk about it too because my brain is always fucking going. It doesn't stop.
Going, going,
And
going. It's
I'm
like
always thinking of
it's
every
a curse and a blessing.
scenario. Yeah, every scenario, which makes me self-aware. And I mentioned it earlier in the season. I didn't really want to so much talk about, healing from my PTSD portion because I'm not touching on that for a while because
Right.
I'm still dealing with that. So I feel like I cannot speak on healing from that situation, but I can speak on finding myself, and healing from other traumas, not the big one,
Mhm.
but other things. And it's taken me a long time to really set with who I am, and in reality, I guess it's been since this summer. I've really sat back and I've took the time to analyze all these different angles of everything and understanding where I've played roles, where other people's played roles, where basically I had to align myself with where I needed to be. So I let myself feel all of it. All of it. That shit was
Mhm.
rough.
Right,
But you
right.
you have to do that in order to find yourself, you guys. You have to be able to dig deep within yourself and you have to be able to feel things and answer questions really about yourself to become self-aware. And another thing, y'all need to learn how to read fucking rooms. I'm just saying. I'm just
And I ain't
saying.
saying shit. And I ain't saying nothing. But
People
for
should
real,
learn how to read rooms. Because if
read
you're
the
dealing with
room, or
read
how
the
about you learn how
fucking
to read, period? Do that. Learn how to fucking read and apply that shit to where it needs to go. And even if you have difficulty in that, start off small. Separate the big picture and attack with the part that you actually don't understand. Um,
Mhm.
I feel that's where a lot of disagreements come from because you have your point of view, this person has theirs,
Yeah.
and you don't even know each other's coming from. So before you have confirmation on how the fuck you're going to react and how you're going to choose to interpret it, make sure you look at it from all angles to validate your opinion.
Mhm.
And if you're in the end you still have no resolution to how you want to validate your opinion, then shut the fuck up because don't come out here strong saying something that you're not even sure that you feel about. So that's one of my triggers. And I mean, socially, people do their own thing, and I'm one of those people. I'm really open. I'm fluent. I'm cool, calm, collected. I have, everyone calls me for advice or help with something and blah 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 and all that. But I've learned that a lot of these people really don't understand themselves, or
Mhm.
they are shortchanging themselves because they're not even trying to make sure that they are able to do it themselves. It's pretty much
Mhm.
like it's given calculator. Instead of you doing this long division working out this problem, you take the short way and you still don't understand it. When that same problem arise down the road, you just did this equation last week, so you don't remember that number. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, I mean, I can see that too. I can understand that because you're trying to figure out different scenarios and different ways to handle different
mm,
situations. But,
right,
they say the definition of insanity is if you keep doing the same thing and
doing
expect
the
a
same thing,
different outcome.
expecting a different results. Yes,
It's not going to fucking happen. And at some point, you have to put in the work. And it goes for any situation and scenario. Like, even if you're having a work related issue or a friendship related issue, or even if you're having an issue with a child or a cousin or a spouse, it doesn't fucking matter. You have to look
right,
at
right.
all angles of the situation. And you have to take yourself out of it. Look at the, like you said, the big picture and figure out where you're going to go from there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just part of doing the work. You have to do inner work before you can do outer work.
Like even with me, I have got to the point to where I am more in tune of everyone else's emotions and trying to assist them with sorting them out, which means that I have put myself to the side to look at it on from the outside as a third person. So my role as a friend, a sibling, a spouse, a coworker, the cousin, the helper, the confidant, all of that, I'm able to separate these emotions and be able to determine how I need to approach what's going on without offending
Hmm.
you based off your personality, based off your experiences, based off your position in life, based off of whatever it is. So but in my end goal is I always want the best for everyone. And no matter if I'm upset, I'm angry, frustrated, confused, all of that, I'm able to determine to pull my personal emotions out of it, and I still want to help you along the way.
Yeah. And that's another thing
So
too. Whenever I was talking to my best friend today about situations that we were talking about, and we were talking about the working on yourself inwardly and outwardly and how you have to actually love who you are to be able to give love. In discussing that situation, we were kind of talking about that too. Whenever somebody's calling and they want to give advice or they want your advice, for me, something that I do, I like to listen to their whole situation and the whole scenario. And if you pay attention to somebody that's self aware and in tune, they actually end up
mhm.
giving themselves their own advice. And sometimes you
That
don't even have to do
boom,
that.
bitch, drop the mic. I literally just had this conversation today, and
I did
this was
too.
not even, and it wasn't even and it wasn't even with each other.
Exactly. We had it with other people. And I mean,
What the
and it's true.
fuck,
If you're
bro?
talking to somebody, because baby, I do it all the time. I will text Twin and I will go on this whole rant about something and be like, all right, never mind, I figured it out. As I'm ranting about it, I'm like, damn, that's the exact advice I needed to give. Thank you, Twin, for listening.
Right,
And sometimes
then I
people call you and they don't want advice. They just need an ear. They just want somebody to fucking listen to them.
okay,
And
twin.
it's not
Look,
your
for real,
place
for
to
real.
give them advice.
I'm gonna tell you shut the fuck up right now, just because I literally had this conversation, and when I mean I just had it, it means it's like it's super fucking fresh,
Hmm.
and the fact that you're saying it, and we had no communication on talking about it, which is this dumbass twin shit.
Hmm.
It's like, why the fuck we taking the same message trying to spread love and joy across the world? It's like, bitch, I was a fairy. Like the hell,
Right.
how do you not get it, dummy?
We are sharing love to everybody.
For real. And
Everybody.
your perspective matters. And but again, we're not we're not boasting or y'all just so perfect. Y'all got life all together. No, it's not that. We actually are able to communicate, open up, and say how we feel out loud. Because the
Hmm.
worst thing is to hold it in and to be confused about it. Even the confusion needs to come out. If you want to talk gibberish, if you want to talk in cursive, if you want to whatever, there's got to be some way to let that out. Either that's through art, speaking, um, doing your favorite hobby, going swimming, going whatever it is. There's got to be some way that you can translate it into a language to where it's more understandable for you. So again, this circles back around to how you feel about yourself. Forget
Hmm.
trying to translate that and put that message on someone else, because not everybody else is not going to get you. And I know a lot of people, that's where that frustration comes from. You know what I mean? So, but in
Yep.
the end, you'll feel less frustrated when you actually know your damn self and you know where you're coming from, and you'll know how far to take it with someone that who you are trying to express yourself to. Does that make sense?
I think it does. And again, it jumps back into the whole communication thing. You don't, and I'm going to say this too, as far as, communication and so on and so forth. When you meet people and they come into your life, some people you're not naturally going to be able to communicate with. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
And then other
I
people,
know.
you're going to have
I
this
know.
connection, and the
I know that as
communication is
hello,
just going to
but it's
fucking
not as
flow.
much.
It's just a variation of different things. And do you, I'm trying to think of how to put this. No, so fuck you again. The basis of what I'm saying is, we're back to communication. Have you ever met somebody where you just have a natural chemistry with them? It's just a
Yeah,
natural. There, you don't even got to fucking put forth effort. It just
yeah,
naturally happens, and the
yeah.
flow is just there. The
I'm talking to that.
conversation.
I'm talking to that dumbass bitch now.
I know I talk to that motherfucker all the time, all the fucking time. I know,
Exactly. You
but I'm
know.
not talking. I'm just saying, just a random
Yeah,
stranger.
for sure.
Yeah,
And that's literally how my circle was born
built.
and
Yeah.
evolved, and everyone is around me. It's like I literally have zero drama
hmm
in my
I feel
life.
like not the Power Rangers, but back in the day, there was like these hero things, and they had like these. I have a point. Shut the fuck up.
Right.
Back in the day, they had like these lights on their chests, and like it would beam when they were around their people. Does that make sense? Do you remember something like that, or am I just
I
hallucinating?
do. I'm trying to. I don't know the name of
I
it, but
don't
we're gonna
remember.
figure it out. It's
But like
given.
they
No, it's
would
not
beam when they got around their people. Like they
Care
knew that was their
Bears.
people. Maybe it was the Care Bears. I don't know. I don't remember. But like that's what
Yeah,
kind of like happens when you find your people in your tribe.
yeah,
You just beam. I feel
yeah,
like
and
that.
then
When you make me
for
feel like
sure.
that. Aw.
Oh, you beam
Aw.
me, beam me up, Scotty.
I'm telling you, baby, if I beam you up, we just
Geeked
going
up,
far, far
geeked
away.
up, geeked up, geeked up. I started to see spaceships on. Okay, don't give me. Okay, all
Bring it back. Reel it in.
right. Squirrel.
But no, I'm serious. When you find your tribe, you just kind of feel like that. You get like the warm fuzzies. You're
Yeah,
like,
and
damn, you are my people. Come get over here. Get in my umbrella.
it's it's natural and organic, and those are the ones who are actually pushing this platform for us. And that's actually
Mhm.
the most amazing part out of it. Is like I have had so many conversations and just learning people, and you guys be listening to us and y'all be like, oh, we talk about, we're not people, we're not people, we're like, the real ones are literally coming to the front, and that is the most
It's so crazy
empowering
when we
part
say
of
that
the
we're
real.
like, yeah, for us not to be people, baby, we draw people. People come.
Yeah,
They come, but
and
I don't know. We are introverted unless we're around the right people. Then it's like,
yeah,
hey, party, let's go.
yeah,
I don't know.
everyone has that misconception of, and I see it in, social media when it comes to, when we talk about, again, about the zodiacs and then the moons versus the all blah 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 and all
Mhm.
that. But the number one thing that they say about us is we're so reserved, we're complicated, and we're so what is it, just yeah, basically seem like, try to paint a picture like we're boring or something. Dude, y'all have no idea, and everyone know this. Bitch, we are the fucking life of the party. What we do, we come
When
in,
we choose to be.
we're gonna judge and go ahead collectively get the entire situation, the entire night within the first 5 minutes. And
Hmm.
if we're leaving, you take that as boring. We took it as we read the room, read the situation, already saw how the night's gonna end it, and I don't want to fucking be here. I'm annoyed. This is dumb as hell. Your girl over there, her wig is crooked. I can see her lace. This is not my crowd. Bye.
What is the deal
You
with you and
over
cricket wigs? You've said that like 5 times now.
because why is there so many of them?
Okay, like you're really focused on this.
I
I'm sorry, I just had to bring that up because that's like the fifth time you've mentioned a cricket wig. Like, I'm
I
just
had to
wondering
bring
what
it
you're
up.
seeing.
I'm wondering what you're not seeing. So tomorrow you're gonna be texting me. You'll
Now
be
I'm gonna
like,
be
you know
looking at fucking
what?
wigs.
And you're gonna be
Thanks,
like, oh
twin.
my god, twin.
Thanks, twin.
this is
Thanks.
this is week 4. It is 8 a.m.
Okay, thanks, twin. I'm gonna be paying attention. I do kind of want to
Exactly.
flip it a little bit. Again, I haven't really touched on my PTSD in the season, and I don't want to. But I do want to touch on what it feels like to walk through hell. and come out the same person that you were before you went there.
Let's go. Let's
You
go.
know,
And
again, I will
and
say I lost myself for so long. And then it's like whenever I'm coming out of it, it's almost like, hey, I know you. I know you.
yeah,
And it's a good feeling because it's like I'm reuniting with a person that I thought was dead. You know what I'm saying? It's a really good feeling. So, you ever
yeah.
felt like
So
you've walked through fire and then you came out the other side and it's almost like you were unscathed?
yeah. So
Because
we're
I
gonna.
know, I'm not trying to cut you off. I'm so sorry.
I'll good, baby. I'll good. I'll good. I'm just saying, it's like I just want to reiterate on that so you guys can hear that and zoom in on that. Just realize walking through the fire and you come out the same person versus losing yourself. That's powerful.
It is. It is powerful. Now, I'm not gonna say when you're in the fire, you tend to lose yourself.
Yeah, because
But
you don't understand what's happening right now. You're in the fire.
yeah,
You're
you're in the
cooking. You're
fire and you're
burning.
in fight
You're
or
going
flight.
through it.
Yes, and
Yeah,
you're going through it. And you have to rise and you can't lose, you can't really lose the core of who you are. Like, and whenever I say the core, I mean your true values, your true beliefs. I lived in hell for so long, but I still remain true to who I was as a person. I was still loyal. I still loved. I was still, not to, pat myself on the shoulder. I was still the good person that I am.
right,
And
right.
that didn't
Absolutely.
change the character of who I was. My mentality changed. Fuck yes, it
Yeah,
changed. But my character didn't change. And that fun, carefree, loving girl, I thought that bitch was dead, but she's back.
yeah,
And
yeah.
it's a wonderful feeling. It's a wonderful feeling. And I think that that is how we unlock our power. And I talk about this a lot. I was told recently too that you know I'm responding with more clarity and I'm responding with more motivation. And it's because for the first time, I feel that I am walking in my power. I'm walking in
Yes,
my purpose. And I am
yes, ma'am.
fulfilling dreams and I am fulfilling goals that if I wouldn't have taken this time to sit back and know me, I don't think I would be able to achieve these milestones that I'm achieving in this season. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right. Yeah,
And
for
and
sure.
that's another thing too, when you're on that journey, people all the time, "Oh, I need to find myself and I need to set with myself." Guys, when you want to set with yourself and you want to find yourself, that means you got to cut off the village. You got to cut
Everything.
off the extra baggage.
You gotta go
You've got to
silent. You have to.
you've got to go
Mhm.
silent. You've got to keep the ones that you know are the real ones. The real ones. You keep the real ones. But all them extras, you start to cut them out of your life because you start to realize what matters and what doesn't matter. And that's even still at this age at 40, but I'm not gearing that towards us 40-year-olds. I'm gearing that towards you young ones. These young
Yeah,
girls out here that have these circle of
sure.
friends and you can't
Hmm.
trust none of them. But
And
that's
you're
still your
conflicted and
homegirl.
you going through
That's
it. You trying to figure out. You trying to discover yourself. You emotionally still discovering and coming
mhm,
up across new, new situations and things like that. But in the end, your lesson was literally tailored for you, and it's
mhm.
only your lesson. So
It's only your lesson. And when you're going through the healing season, you start to realize who's there and who's real and who's true. And twin, we was running together 20 years ago. I could have said, "Damn, we got a whole lot of fucking friends."
yeah,
And now, I look back, I can count who I would consider a true friend
and literally we started picking them off
on
like
like one
instant,
hand.
instantaneously. It's like it was nothing to it. It's like it made
Nothing to
and
it.
there's no and there was no
Nothing to it.
yeah
And
there was no
you want
rebuttal against it.
exactly. And a surefire way for me, I don't know about for you, but like for me to tell if somebody's not for me, and it took me again a long time. If somebody gives you that pit in your stomach, that nauseous gurgling anxiety feeling anytime you're around them or anytime they're even brought
Hmm.
up in conversation,
Hmm.
they're not for you. They're bad for your soul. Like your soul is recognizing something. They're not your people. That is not your energy. That is bad energy. And that bad energy is that's not for you. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I started to realize who I needed to cut out of my life when I
Right.
needed to cut them out. And now that I'm where I am, they have zero effect on my life.
Yeah, for sure. And
And when you go through it, you know who your people are because your people are not going to turn their back on you. They're not going to go and tell your business to the next person. They're going to be in your corner and they're going to fight for you. And what I do know about my people is they are protecting my name in rooms that I'm not in.
that's on period, and I completely relate with that, so um for the world, I've never opened up about, a whole lot, just because, we was new into the seasons, and it was certain things I was comfortable and uncomfortable speaking about and all that. But since we're on this topic, go ahead and put it out there, because it normally makes me emotional, but I'm actually at the point now I can actually speak about it because it's a true story, So guys, I touched on it before, but my real growth came from when I lost my parents. I lost them 9 months apart. My mom, she passed away from stage 4 cancer, which, literally in my arms. My dad, he went through, he had health issues and stuff, and there's also depression from, losing my mom. I took care of both of them full time. They both lived with me, had to do their everyday activities. It was like it was a circus. On top of that, working full time, I got a kid, got a spouse and everything, and I was still juggling it. Um, a lot of people was like, after the fact, it was during that time they was asking, how are you even doing all of this and blah blah blah, and I didn't know. I didn't. It was just,
But you did it.
but
You
yeah,
did it.
just, and I got the strength from after I went through all of that, and when the noise became quiet, and I started to reflect, and I literally went through depression and still trying to pretend that I'm okay and all that. So in the end, I did a lot of soul searching and deep diving. I had to take myself to places to where I didn't even know existed. Now, to me, that was my fire, and I literally, when that was over, I came out. I saw everything, the same colors, everything, but everything looked beautiful, brighter. My blues were bluing, the pinks were pinking, the reds were redding. It's like nothing else can phase me now. So that was my fire, and that just kind of like influenced me to propel forward. And now I just want to be that light for everyone because it's like it was a beautiful thing. It was a beautiful curse during a dark moment, but it took me forever to get through that.
It did. But
And
you
with me
did
being,
that, and I applaud you. I give you so much applaud for how well you handled it. And I'm not going to say how well you handled it because you didn't handle it. Some days was really bad.
yeah,
You
you saw
know,
you saw us doing shit, but we say that to say, just make sure that the people that are surrounding you, again, I wouldn't be able to do it without my tribe. And I call them my warriors, and
Mhm.
it was you and like four others, and
Yeah,
without y'all did your damn thing. And I'm gonna tell y'all what that looks like. This is when people do things that you don't ask for them to do, and this is what it looks like for you. You don't have to say nothing, but they know what you're saying.
yep.
It was the checkups, it was the pop-ups. Keep in mind, guys, like my tribe is states away, and during this time, they were literally popping up in my door like it was fucking like you live down the street. I was like, what the hell's going on? I ain't heard from you in 2 days. It's like, what's going on? And that meant the world to me, but I didn't realize it in that moment. But now I look back on it, I was like, Wow, that's crazy.
And that's why it's important to have the ones that are meant to be around you because they're going to be there. You know, we had a conversation a couple days ago and it was on this healing journey that we were talking about and you know, you express that gratitude and it's all out of love, you know. It's a genuine love and it's genuine friendship and it's what friendship is about. And you pick up somebody whenever they're down and you swoop in and you hold them and you walk with them. And like I said earlier on, whenever somebody's calling you, they're not just calling you for advice. Sometimes people just they need to scream and holler and you're the ear that they need in that moment. And
Yeah,
twin,
and
you've come a long way and your healing journey is your testimony and I'm so so proud of you. I'm so
thank you,
proud of
thank
you.
you. Don't do that. You're
And
gonna
I
make me
mean you're
cry.
thriving. You're thriving.
Yes, we are. So we're not gonna do that. Oh my god, the
No,
tears.
we're not
No.
gonna do that.
Mm-mm.
But you're
La,
thriving.
la, la,
Go
la, la.
40.
Good.
Thriving.
But for
But
real, just
yeah,
like the the,
and
the, the
it does.
realization, and
You're
everything is just the level of love and companionship and the camaraderie and the togetherness and the blanket. It's I can't make this up. Just telling this to someone else, you probably won't believe it. Sounds fake. It's like, dude, y'all did y'all thing, and that's what I feel like a lot of people are lacking, missing, need. But it's our
I
job
agree.
to describe how that feels like, so maybe that can be something that they can go look for instead of just not having it.
Everybody needs somebody like that in their life. And contrary to people, oh, I need to be by myself. You know, I get that. I'm a loner and
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
I'm an introvert and I have days I don't want to talk to none of you bitches.
Hmm.
I don't want to talk to
Okay,
nobody. And y'all
too.
know them
Yeah.
days. Shit. Y'all know what days I don't want to be bothered.
No, and that's some real shit. And you got to be, and you also got to be clear on that, because yes, what she just said is actually how the fuck we talk to each other. It could be good morning, fuck you, not today. I don't want to talk about this shit. I'm like, oh, okay, and I
Yeah,
don't take
well,
it
we're just
personal,
honest. He'll
and
be like, all right,
yeah, and
baby,
you don't
I'll
take it
check in
personal. It's
later.
like,
I don't take nothing
and you,
personal.
and then your ass, you be like, you know what, you just too motherfucking happy for me today. I ain't got time for this shit. I'll be like, oh, okay,
And
all right,
will. And
talk
will.
to you tomorrow.
But no, and sometimes we do it without even telling each other. I know when you're
Yeah.
going through something, and I know when you need to be alone. I know when she's going through things. It's that unspoken thing that we have as friends, you know, and having those tight relationships. And it's crazy because amongst the other conversation that we had today, we were talking about friendship. She was
Hmm.
expressing to me that she had a conversation with her sister about me. She was like, "Girl, that's my best friend." You know what I'm saying? She is my best friend. There is no two ways around it. There's no secrets. There's no nothing. That's my homie, my ride or die. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
And we
right.
were talking about that, and we are blessed.
Yeah.
I'm blessed that I've had
Yeah.
that twice. I have
I
two of
feel
those
I
in
feel
my
I
life.
feel I feel rich, you know.
Yes, most people don't experience that level of friendship ever in their life, ever. And me, twin, on an emotional tip, I could not have survived these last 5 years without you two. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. If I wouldn't have had
Same,
you two in my
same.
corner, I don't know what the fuck I would have
Yeah,
done. I probably would have lost it.
you definitely would have
I
been a
would have
fucking
lost
mess.
it
Cause
because
like,
yeah,
you
I
know,
mean y'all been through
when you
everything.
know, you know, you know.
When you know, y'all made it through as she calls it the couch moment. You went through my depression with me and y'all went through nothing in comparison to what you went through with your parents. But whenever I thought I was gonna lose my dad, I was paralyzed.
Yeah,
And if it
nothing
wouldn't have been for
matters.
you two, I wouldn't have remembered to get up and parent or get up and do the things that I needed to do because I was so self absorbed. And you all helped to pull me out. And your tribe is necessary. And it's also necessary that you know yourself well enough to express that to those people around you. And like I said, knowing yourself and setting with yourself, I personally think that's how you build power. and you begin
Hmm.
to walk in your power and you begin to
Hmm.
walk in your purpose. And
Yes, ma'am.
it
Yes, ma'am.
starts inside. You have to learn yourself and love yourself internally before you can, outwardly do that. And that goes for any situation. You've got people out here trying to maintain relationships and doing shit like that whenever in reality you don't even know what you want inside yourself. You don't even know what it looks like for you
Are you
because
and you
you
don't even
haven't sat down with yourself.
and then you don't know what you're looking for because that's
Exactly.
another thing. Because once you get what you thought you wanted, you mishandle it and you fumble it.
Yes, you do.
So how do you bounce back from that? What does it look like?
Exactly.
It's
And then
like
you sat there with what you settled for, and it's not really what you wanted to begin with.
and then even in their time, you're not even being honest with yourself because if
Mhm.
even if you change your mind or you are still grow. I feel those are like growing pains. You know what I mean? So if it's something that you are coming to a realization of, like, okay, yeah, we've been together 5 years, or we've been friends for 20 years, whatever. If there's a that small inkling of this ain't for you anymore, that's okay. Respect that. Don't put the other person's feelings or make excuses for how you feel, and then still turn away from you being honest with
Mhm.
yourself. It's like, I don't like
Because
this
you have
anymore.
to be
I'm out.
happy. You have to
Yeah,
be happy. And it goes for friendship, relationship, anything. If you're sitting
yeah,
there and you're not happy, what the fuck makes you think you're going to be able to make somebody happy? Like, stop
yeah.
forcing it. Don't force
You
it.
can't do that. Make yourself
Stop
happy. It's
forcing
like
it. Yes, make
hold
yourself
yourself
happy.
accountable.
Exactly. And don't force it. Make yourself happy. Don't force it. Because I'm going to tell you, when you find your people in life, your tribe, you don't got to force that shit. It's natural. It's going to
It's
naturally
easy. It's
flow. It's
easy.
easy.
You're not gonna feel nothing. It's just
Nothing. It's
it's
just going to
flowing with
be
the wind.
simple. There's no
That that that
stress, no pressure.
that
It's just
it's a summer drive,
with the
top
windows
down,
down. And
wind
for me,
blowing.
Kevin Gates blasting with an
I
incredible.
was about I was about to say Maybach music. You feel me?
No, no, baby, I'm on Gates. You on Gates
Look,
time, honey.
bitch, I need for you to get off the fucking gate. You've been on the gate for a long time. You got stuck on the gate
I would
last
really
time.
like to get on the gate.
Ah.
Just saying. I'm sorry. He's fine as
but
fuck. I cannot
but
help it.
our listeners, and our listeners are the ones who is actually becoming our village.
Yes.
And
This podcast
from
has
the
been a
love,
lot of therapy.
yeah, from the love and the reciprocation that we're receiving, I'm starting to notice that we are your village. So this is a really warm thank you and a welcome, and just the people, to the ones who are just now discovering us, and and especially outside the country. We mentioned this last week, and the love is overwhelming, and finally getting to a point now to where it's I'm getting comfortable with it. I'm settling into my, what you call a twin, roasty toasty.
No, it's not roasty toasty. It is not roasty toasty. Roasty
Comfy
toasty
cozy.
is bad. Comfy cozy. Y'all, roasty toasty
Okay.
is when it's 105 degrees in a little bitty ass hotel room. You can't fucking breathe. That, ladies and gentlemen, is roasty
I'm,
toasty. It is
I'm
not
sorry.
good.
Wait a minute, I can't breathe. Wait a minute. I just had a visual. My bad. All right, we gotta we will edit that one out. Can't fucking 5 a.m. We're being serious, serious face. But yeah, thank y'all, thank y'all, and I hope that everyone gets a little, takes away something from the mirror. Um, but the
Yes.
end result is to make sure that you stay in the mirror.
And check your
And,
reflection and make sure
and
your glass is clean before you start worrying about somebody else's.
for real. And if that all fails, break a piece of the motherfucker off. And
Should.
Maybe he
I
did.
mean, you never know what may or may not
I'm not. I'm
happen.
not. I'm not even saying nothing. But it
Anyway,
is what
guys,
it is.
have a good week. Have a good week. Stay in the mirror and
Stay in
please
the mirror.
continue reflecting with us. We love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.